Love is a wonderful thing, but it is not always simple. There are moments when you feel like you understand everything, but then there are times when you feel confused and lost. So how to overcome the challenges in love? Have you ever wondered what makes a woman truly unforgettable in the eyes of a man? It's not just her looks, her style, or even the sound of her laughter. It's the way she carries herself, the energy she brings into a room, and the impression she leaves behind long after she's gone. A woman who knows how to balance confidence with mystery, kindness with strength, and independence with connection, is the one who lingers in his thoughts every day. Let's uncover the 7 remarkable behaviors that make him think about her long after the conversation has ended. Welcome to the channel, Sophia's Knowledge, and my name is Sophia. This is where we will explore, learn, and share valuable lessons about love. In today's video, Sophia will reveal to you 7 behaviors that make men think about you every day. Let's explore with Sophia the secrets to building a strong and meaningful love. Before we begin, find a quiet place, put on your headphones and relax. Let all your worries go away, and let the messages in this video help you calm down and feel the most complete. Are you ready? Let's start now. Number 1. Subtle confidence. Confidence is often mistaken for arrogance, but true subtle confidence is something entirely different. It's a quiet, unshakable belief in oneself that doesn't need to be flaunted to the world. When you exude this type of confidence, you naturally draw people toward you, especially men. Why? Because subtle confidence radiates strength, grace, and a sense of mystery that sparks curiosity and admiration. Imagine walking into a room and carrying yourself with a calm yet assured presence. You're not boastful, but your posture, your smile, and the way you interact with others show that you know your worth. This isn't about loud declarations of your talents or achievements, it's about letting your actions and demeanor speak for themselves. Subtle confidence whispers, "I'm comfortable in my own skin," and that's incredibly attractive. Men are naturally drawn to women who embody this kind of quiet strength. They sense it in the way you speak, when your voice is steady, your tone is warm, and you make eye contact that's both kind and firm. It's also evident in the way you listen, really listen, without the need to interrupt or dominate the conversation. Subtle confidence is not about proving you're better than anyone else, it's about knowing that you are enough as you are. One of the hallmarks of subtle confidence is the ability to be at peace with yourself. You're not easily rattled by others' opinions or negative comments because you know your value isn't dependent on external validation. This doesn't mean you're closed off to feedback or growth. On the contrary, you're open to learning, but you don't let every passing judgment shake your foundation. This kind of confidence allows you to move through life with a quiet elegance. You don't need to post every success on social media or constantly seek reassurance. You simply know that you have value, and that's reflected in your energy. It's the way you choose your words carefully, the way you stand tall, and the way you carry yourself with a soft yet commanding presence. Men notice these small details, often more than you realize. A woman who's subtly confident creates an air of intrigue. He wonders what gives her that sense of calm assurance. He thinks about her even after the conversation ends, replaying her smile, her laughter, and the way she made him feel. This lingering effect is what makes subtle confidence so powerful. It's also worth noting that subtle confidence doesn't come from trying to impress others. It's cultivated through self-awareness and self-acceptance. You know what your strengths are, but you're also aware of your vulnerabilities, and you embrace them with grace. You're not afraid to admit when you don't know something, and you're not threatened by other people's successes. This balanced self-view makes you approachable and authentic. Furthermore, subtle confidence empowers you to set healthy boundaries. You're not afraid to say no to things that don't align with your values or goals. You don't feel the need to please everyone, because you understand that your worth is not determined by others' approval. This boundary setting is not harsh or rude. It's done with kindness and clarity. Men respect women who know how to honor themselves, And this respect often grows into admiration and deeper affection. Another key aspect of subtle confidence is the ability to celebrate others' wins without feeling threatened. You uplift those around you, genuinely happy for their achievements because you're secure in your own journey. This generosity of spirit makes you magnetic. People feel safe around you, knowing you're not in silent competition with them. In romantic contexts, subtle confidence is a game changer. It shows a man that you're not desperate for his attention, but you'd love to share your time and energy with someone who respects and values you. This dynamic shifts the balance in a relationship, encouraging him to pursue you with respect and curiosity rather than taking your presence for granted. Subtle confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic, grounded, and comfortable in your own skin. When you embrace this quality, you create a lasting impression, one that keeps him thinking about you long after you've said goodbye. And that's the kind of presence that makes a man think about you every day. What do you think about this? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. I look forward to hearing from you and discussing further. Don't forget to like if you find this content useful and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future posts. Thank you very much. Let's continue together. Number 2. The allure of mystery. There's something undeniably magnetic about a woman who embodies a sense of mystery. It's not about being secretive in a negative or manipulative way, rather, it's about cultivating an aura that invites curiosity and keeps a man wanting more. Mystery is the art of revealing just enough to pique his interest while leaving enough unsaid for his imagination to fill in the blanks. A mysterious woman knows that not everything needs to be laid out on the table. She understands that too much exposure too soon can dull the excitement of discovery. Instead, she allows her personality, her passions, and even her vulnerabilities to unfold gradually. Each conversation, each encounter, becomes a layer he's eager to peel back, revealing more of the fascinating woman beneath the surface. This allure is about balance. A mysterious woman is open enough to engage, but she doesn't overshare. She's authentic, yet she knows how to hold back certain details until the time is right. This doesn't mean playing games, it's about letting the relationship develop at a natural pace, giving a man space to wonder about her world, her dreams, and her secrets. Men are wired to pursue what feels just out of reach. When you embody mystery, you tap into that primal instinct. He finds himself thinking about you even when you're not around, replaying your words, your laughter, your glances. He's intrigued by the layers he senses but hasn't yet uncovered. It's this sense of wonder that keeps you on his mind. A mysterious woman often has passions and interests that she nurtures independently of her romantic relationships. Maybe she's deeply committed to her work, has a creative hobby, or invests time in personal growth. Whatever it is, it shows that her life is rich and fulfilling on its own. She doesn't need a man to complete her, she wants a partner to share in her experiences. This independence is not only empowering but also incredibly alluring. Imagine a scenario where a man asks about your weekend, and instead of giving a play-by-play of every detail, you smile and say, "I had an amazing time, but that's a story for another day." That one line plants a seed of curiosity. He wonders what you did, who you saw, and what made it so special. That small mystery lingers in his mind and builds anticipation for your next conversation. Being mysterious also means being comfortable with silence. You don't feel the need to fill every pause with words. Sometimes, the most powerful moments happen in the spaces between conversations, the shared glances, the lingering eye contact, the playful smile. These subtle cues speak volumes and invite him to wonder what you're thinking. Another important aspect of mystery is self-possession. You know who you are and what you want, and you don't compromise your values to gain approval. This strength of character creates a magnetic field that draws men in. They sense that you're not easily swayed or impressed by superficial gestures. You appreciate genuine effort and authenticity, and that's what you respond to. Mystery also means that you're not always available. You have a life that keeps you engaged and fulfilled, and that means you're not at his beck and call. This doesn't mean you're playing hard to get, it means you respect your own time and space. When you do spend time with him, it's meaningful and memorable because it's a choice, not a given. It's important to understand that mystery should never be used to manipulate or control. It's not about creating confusion or insecurity. Instead, it's about embracing the natural flow of revealing yourself piece by piece, allowing the relationship to develop organically. When done authentically, mystery enhances the excitement and deepens the bond between you. A woman who carries an air of mystery stands out in a world where oversharing is the norm. In a society that encourages constant updates and instant gratification, she becomes a breath of fresh air, someone who's not afraid to keep some things for herself. She's selective with what she shares and when she shares it, and that discernment is what makes her unforgettable. In the end, mystery is not about being aloof or distant. It's about inviting a man to truly know you. Slowly, genuinely, and deeply. It's about creating space for curiosity and discovery, which are essential ingredients in building a lasting and meaningful connection. By embracing the spirit of mystery, you ensure that he'll be thinking about you long after your time together ends, eager to learn more and experience the depths of who you are. If you are still watching the video, do not hesitate to comment continue. Leave your thoughts and questions below in the comment section. I look forward to hearing your opinions, and do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that Sophia has more motivation to create more good and meaningful videos. Let's continue together. Number 3. The power of listening. Listening is one of the most underrated yet profoundly impactful skills a woman can possess. In a world where everyone is eager to be heard, a woman who knows how to truly listen stands out like a lighthouse in the fog. Her presence exudes warmth, understanding, and a sense of acceptance that draws men in and makes them feel seen. The power of listening goes beyond simply hearing words. It's about being fully present, tuning into the emotions beneath the surface, and creating a safe space for vulnerability. When you listen with your whole heart, you're telling a man that his thoughts and feelings matter. This validation is incredibly attractive because it fulfills a deep human need for connection and belonging. Imagine sitting across from a man as he shares his dreams, frustrations, or even the silly little details of his day. When you lean in, maintain eye contact, and genuinely care about what he's saying, you make him feel valued in a way that's both rare and unforgettable. Men, like women, crave to be understood, but they don't always find it easy to open up. Your ability to listen without judgment becomes a bridge that invites him to share more of himself with you. Listening isn't just about being quiet while he talks, it's an active, engaged process. It means asking thoughtful questions, nodding in understanding, and reflecting back what he says to show that you're truly paying attention. For example, if he shares a challenge at work, instead of immediately offering solutions, you might say, "That sounds tough. How did that make you feel?" This kind of response shows that you're more interested in understanding his experience than in fixing it. A woman who listens well is not only attractive but also rare. Too often, conversations become competitions, each person waiting for their turn to speak rather than truly hearing what the other person is saying. When you break that cycle, you create a dynamic that feels refreshing and intimate. He's likely to walk away from the conversation feeling lighter, more understood, and more connected to you. Listening also demonstrates emotional intelligence. It shows that you're capable of empathy, patience, and respect for others' perspectives. These are qualities that men not only admire but also seek in a partner. A woman who listens well makes a man feel safe, which in turn encourages him to open his heart and share his authentic self. Another reason why listening is so powerful is that it builds trust. When a man feels heard, he's more likely to confide in you, share his vulnerabilities, and let you into parts of his life that he doesn't show to everyone. This trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Without it, connections remain superficial and fragile. But with it, bonds deepen, and intimacy flourishes. It's important to note that being a good listener doesn't mean you lose your voice. It doesn't mean you sacrifice your own opinions or needs. Instead, it means you know when to listen and when to speak. It's about balancing the conversation so that both of you feel heard and valued. It's also about listening to understand, not just to respond. A woman who listens with genuine interest doesn't interrupt, doesn't judge, and doesn't rush to fill the silence. She's comfortable letting the conversation unfold naturally, giving him the space to express himself fully. This patience sends a powerful message that you're there for him, not just for the good times but also for the messy, complicated parts of his life. In romantic relationships, listening can be the difference between a connection that fizzles out and one that grows deeper over time. A man who feels listened to will naturally think about you more often, because your presence in his life becomes associated with comfort, understanding, and acceptance. He'll replay conversations in his mind, remembering how you made him feel, and he'll find himself longing for more of that connection. Ultimately, listening is a gift you give not only to him but also to yourself. By truly hearing others, you expand your own empathy and understanding of the world. You become a more compassionate, wiser, and more grounded person. And in the eyes of a man who craves connection and authenticity, you become someone he can't stop thinking about. Number 4. Gentleness without weakness. There's a remarkable strength found in gentleness, a kind of quiet power that leaves a lasting impression on those who encounter it. Many people mistake gentleness for weakness, but the truth is that genuine gentleness requires an inner strength and confidence that cannot be easily shaken. It's this balance, being kind and soft without sacrificing your self-respect, that makes a woman unforgettable in the eyes of a man. A woman who embodies gentleness without weakness knows how to handle challenges and confrontations with grace. She doesn't lash out in anger or use harsh words to defend herself. Instead, she responds thoughtfully, choosing words that communicate her message clearly without belittling or attacking the other person. This approach diffuses tension and creates an atmosphere of respect and understanding. Imagine a man sharing a mistake he made. A gentle yet strong woman listens attentively, acknowledges his feelings, and responds with compassion rather than judgment. She doesn't excuse bad behavior, but she doesn't seek to humiliate him either. This kind of response builds trust and admiration because it shows emotional maturity and empathy. Gentleness without weakness also means standing your ground when necessary. A woman with this quality knows her values and boundaries and isn't afraid to assert them, but she does so with a calm, steady tone. She doesn't feel the need to raise her voice or use forceful tactics to get her point across. Her calm confidence commands respect naturally. This type of woman is not a pushover. She doesn't allow others to take advantage of her kindness. Instead, she's discerning about who she lets into her life and how she shares her energy. She chooses her battles wisely and doesn't waste time on drama or negativity. This self-awareness and self-protection reflect a deep strength that's both attractive and inspiring. Men are drawn to women who embody this blend of gentleness and strength. It makes them feel safe to be themselves, knowing that she won't use their vulnerabilities against them. At the same time, it keeps them on their toes because they understand that she won't tolerate disrespect or dishonesty. Gentleness without weakness also shows up in the way she treats herself. She doesn't engage in harsh self-criticism or negative self-talk. Instead, she speaks to herself with the same kindness and respect she offers to others. This self-compassion is a sign of emotional health and resilience, qualities that men find incredibly attractive. When a woman radiates this type of gentleness, her presence becomes soothing. She's the calm in the storm, the one who brings peace in the midst of chaos. This doesn't mean she's passive or disconnected, rather, she's fully engaged in life, but she chooses to respond rather than react. She maintains her emotional equilibrium even when things get tough, and that steadiness becomes a beacon for those around her. Her gentleness is also evident in her actions. She's considerate of others' feelings, pays attention to the small details that matter, and offers support without expecting anything in return. She doesn't need to prove herself by being loud or demanding. Her strength is shown through her quiet confidence and her consistent kindness. In romantic relationships, a woman who embodies gentleness without weakness becomes the partner every man dreams of. She's not afraid to show her softer side, to nurture and care, but she never loses sight of her own needs and boundaries. She brings balance to the relationship, creating an environment where both partners can grow and thrive. Men often say that such a woman feels like home, a safe space where they can be themselves without fear of judgment. She doesn't try to change them but accepts them as they are, while still encouraging them to become better versions of themselves. That's the magic of gentleness with strength. It inspires growth and trust without pressure or force. In the end, gentleness without weakness is a powerful quality that leaves a lasting impression on everyone she meets. It's a testament to her inner strength, self-respect, and genuine care for others. For the man who's lucky enough to encounter such a woman, she becomes unforgettable, a woman who embodies both kindness and courage, softness and strength, making her the one he thinks about every single day. Number 5. Natural and warm communication. In a world that often prizes wit and charm, there's something deeply appealing about a woman who communicates naturally and warmly. Her words flow effortlessly, carrying a sense of ease and authenticity that puts people at ease and makes her unforgettable in the eyes of those who meet her. Natural and warm communication is not about rehearsing lines or memorizing clever phrases. It's about allowing your true self to shine through in your conversations. It's about speaking from the heart, letting your tone reflect your genuine interest, and allowing your facial expressions to align with your emotions. When a woman speaks naturally, she invites others to drop their guard and be themselves too. Imagine meeting someone who doesn't hide behind a facade of politeness or social performance. Instead, she looks you in the eye and listens intently, responding thoughtfully and with genuine curiosity. Her words are simple yet sincere, making you feel valued and heard. This type of communication builds trust and connection, qualities that men deeply crave but don't always find. A woman who communicates warmly doesn't feel the need to dominate the conversation. She understands that a meaningful exchange is a dance, not a monologue. She asks open-ended questions that invite others to share their stories, and she listens attentively without interrupting. Her presence feels like a safe harbor where others can rest from the noise of the world. Men are drawn to this quality because it makes them feel respected and appreciated. When a man senses that a woman is genuinely interested in what he has to say, not just waiting for her turn to speak, he naturally lets his guard down. He feels seen, and that sense of validation becomes a powerful force that keeps her in his thoughts long after the conversation ends. Natural and warm communication also shows up in the little things, a gentle smile that reaches her eyes, a tone of voice that conveys kindness rather than sarcasm, and a willingness to share laughter even in serious moments. She's not afraid to show emotion, and that vulnerability makes her more relatable and human. It's important to note that natural communication doesn't mean sharing every thought that comes to mind. It's about balancing honesty with tact, knowing when to speak and when to hold space for silence. A woman who masters this skill can navigate delicate topics with grace, addressing disagreements without defensiveness and offering support without condescension. Her communication style is warm because it's rooted in empathy. She understands that everyone carries their own battles and that sometimes people just need someone to listen without judgment. This doesn't mean she absorbs others' negativity. It means she offers compassion and perspective while maintaining her own emotional balance. In romantic relationships, this kind of communication is a game changer. A man who experiences it feels like he's finally met someone who gets him, not because she agrees with everything he says, but because she takes the time to understand where he's coming from. She creates an environment where both partners can express themselves freely, knowing that they'll be met with respect and care. This authenticity also extends to how she shares her own thoughts and feelings. She doesn't shy away from expressing her needs or desires, but she does so in a way that invites dialogue rather than conflict. She uses I statements instead of accusations, turning potential arguments into opportunities for growth and understanding. A woman who communicates naturally and warmly doesn't seek to impress, she seeks to connect. Her conversations aren't competitions but explorations, journeys into the hearts and minds of those she cares about. She's as interested in learning as she is in sharing, and that curiosity makes every interaction feel like a gift. Men remember women like this because they make them feel like more than just a number or a conquest. They make them feel human, worthy of attention, respect, and love. This warmth lingers in his memory long after the conversation ends, reminding him that real connection is possible, and that it's worth seeking out. Ultimately, natural and warm communication is a reflection of a woman's authenticity. It's a testament to her confidence, her empathy, and her respect for others. It shows that she values connection over performance, and that she's secure enough in herself to let her true self be seen. For the man who encounters her, she becomes unforgettable. A woman whose words aren't just heard but felt, leaving a mark on his heart and mind that time cannot erase. Number 6. The ability to turn encounters into unforgettable memories. Some people move through life leaving only a faint impression, like footprints in the sand that wash away with the tide. But then there are those who, with even the simplest of interactions, leave a lasting mark on your heart and mind. A woman with the ability to turn encounters into unforgettable memories is someone who transforms ordinary moments into something extraordinary. This quality is not about grand gestures or lavish surprises, rather, it's about the way she brings intention and presence to every interaction. When she's with you, she's truly with you, fully present, engaged, and invested in the moment. That authenticity creates a sense of significance that lingers long after you've parted ways. Imagine meeting her for coffee. She doesn't scroll through her phone or glance distractedly at passers-by. Instead, she leans in, eyes sparkling with curiosity, as she asks you about your day. She laughs easily and listens intently. The way she asks follow-up questions, thoughtful, genuine, makes you feel like your story matters. And in that simple exchange, she creates a memory that stands out in a sea of forgettable small talk. What sets her apart is her attention to detail. She remembers the little things. The name of your childhood pet, the movie you mentioned wanting to see, the challenges you faced last week. She brings these details up naturally, weaving them into the conversation in a way that feels effortless yet profoundly meaningful. That kind of attention shows that she sees you, not just the surface-level version you show the world. This woman also knows how to infuse every moment with warmth and lightness. Even in serious conversations, she finds a way to bring laughter, to share a joke or a playful observation that eases tension. Her sense of humor isn't forced, it's a natural extension of her personality, a reflection of her belief that joy should be part of even the most mundane experiences. She understands the power of shared experiences. Whether it's an impromptu walk under the stars, a spontaneous karaoke session, or simply sharing a quiet moment watching the sunset, she knows that these are the moments that build bonds and create stories you'll both remember. She's not afraid to be spontaneous or to embrace the unexpected. In fact, she thrives on it, because she knows that life's best memories often come from the unplanned and imperfect. Another hallmark of this woman is her ability to be vulnerable. She's not trying to impress with a highlight reel of achievements, she's open about her own challenges, her dreams, and her fears. This vulnerability invites others to open up in return, creating a space where real connection can flourish. When you leave her company, you feel like you've not only shared time but shared pieces of your soul. Men, in particular, are drawn to this quality because it's rare in a world that often feels rushed and transactional. She makes them feel valued, like they're not just another name on a list but a person worth knowing and cherishing. Her presence lingers in their thoughts, and they find themselves replaying conversations, remembering her smile, the sound of her laughter, the way she made them feel alive. Importantly, this woman doesn't try to force a connection. She lets things unfold naturally, trusting that the right moments will come. She doesn't rush to fill silences with chatter. She's comfortable letting the quiet moments speak. That patience makes her stand out because it shows that she's not afraid of depth, that she's willing to let the relationship develop at its own pace. When a woman has this ability to turn encounters into unforgettable memories, she leaves a legacy of warmth, laughter, and connection wherever she goes. She teaches those around her that life is made of moments, not milestones, and that even the simplest exchange can become a treasured story. For the man who experiences her presence, she becomes unforgettable. Long after she's gone, he'll find himself smiling at the memory of her laugh, recalling the sparkle in her eyes when she listened to his dreams. She becomes the standard by which he measures all other connections, because she showed him what it means to truly be seen and valued. In the end, the ability to turn encounters into unforgettable memories is not about trying too hard or performing for others. It's about being fully yourself, present, open, and alive in the moment. It's about caring enough to see the person in front of you, to make them feel like they matter. And in that simple yet profound gift, you create memories that last a lifetime. Number 7. Having an intriguing personal life. There's something undeniably captivating about a woman who has her own fascinating, fulfilling life outside of any relationship. She radiates a magnetic energy that draws people in, not because she's trying to impress anyone, but because she's genuinely passionate about her own journey. This is the woman who lives with intention, purpose, and curiosity, and who invites others to discover the richness of her world. A woman with an intriguing personal life doesn't make a man the center of her universe. She has goals, interests, and passions that keep her engaged and excited about life. Whether it's her career, a creative pursuit, volunteering, or a hobby she's passionate about, these elements give her depth and dimension. This independence is not just attractive, it's essential for building a strong, healthy connection with a partner. Imagine meeting her and realizing that she's fully present when you're together, but she's also completely at home in her own world. She doesn't cling to you for validation or entertainment because she's already content within herself. This sense of self-assuredness is incredibly appealing because it shows that she values her own growth and happiness, and she's not waiting for someone else to complete her. Having a life that's interesting and vibrant means she always has something to share. Her conversations are enriched by the experiences she's gathered along the way. She's the woman who can talk about the book she's reading, the class she's taking, or the trip she's planning. These stories not only make her a more engaging conversationalist but also demonstrate that she's someone who embraces life fully. This kind of woman inspires a man to level up his own life as well. Her passion is contagious, and he finds himself drawn to her enthusiasm for her pursuits. He sees her as a partner who will challenge and motivate him, not someone who will simply follow his lead. That dynamic keeps the relationship fresh, exciting, and balanced, because it's built on mutual respect and admiration. A woman with an intriguing personal life also maintains a healthy sense of mystery. Because she's not always available, he wonders what she's up to, who she's spending time with, and what new adventures she might be pursuing. This curiosity keeps him invested in the relationship because he knows that she's not waiting around for him, she's out there living her life. Importantly, this kind of woman doesn't view her independence as a barrier to intimacy. On the contrary, it makes her a better partner because she brings her whole self to the relationship. She's not relying on him to fill every emotional need or to entertain her every hour of the day. Instead, she's sharing her life with him as a complement to her own journey. Men appreciate this quality because it relieves them of the pressure to be everything for her. They know she's strong enough to stand on her own, and that confidence makes her even more attractive. She becomes a partner who's an equal, not someone who needs constant reassurance or attention to feel valued. Her vibrant personal life also acts as a buffer against the challenges that every relationship faces. When conflicts arise, she doesn't lose herself in the process. She knows who she is, what she values, and what makes her happy. That sense of identity keeps her grounded and resilient, qualities that strengthen the relationship rather than weaken it. In social situations, her independence shines. She can hold her own in any conversation, whether she's with your friends, colleagues, or family. She's not afraid to express her opinions or share her experiences, and people naturally gravitate toward her warmth and authenticity. This ease makes her a partner who complements your life rather than complicates it. Ultimately, a woman with an intriguing personal life is unforgettable because she lives life on her own terms. She's not waiting for someone else to give her a sense of purpose, she's already found it within herself. For the man who has the privilege of knowing her, she becomes the woman he thinks about long after she's left the room. She's the one who inspires him to be better, to dream bigger, and to live life more fully. In a world where so many people lose themselves in the pursuit of love, she's the rare woman who remains true to herself. And that's what makes her truly irresistible. Conclusion. In the dance of human connection, a woman who embodies subtle confidence, a hint of mystery, and the gift of deep listening creates an irresistible allure. She knows how to balance gentleness with strength, ensuring that her kindness is never mistaken for weakness. Her communication is natural and warm, making those around her feel truly seen and heard. She possesses the remarkable ability to turn simple encounters into unforgettable memories, leaving a lasting impression on the hearts of those she meets. And perhaps most importantly, she nurtures her own vibrant, independent life, an intriguing world of passions, dreams, and experiences that make her all the more captivating. These 7 qualities are not about playing games or following a script. They are the authentic expressions of a woman who knows her worth and is unafraid to share it with the world. She doesn't seek validation or chase attention. Instead, her quiet confidence and genuine warmth draw people to her effortlessly. A man who encounters such a woman finds himself unable to forget her. Her presence lingers in his thoughts, the sound of her laughter echoing in his mind, the memory of her smile sparking a longing for more. She is the woman he thinks about every day. Not because she tried to make him, but because she was simply, unapologetically herself. In a world where so many are busy trying to impress, she stands out by embracing who she truly is. And that, more than anything, is what makes her unforgettable. Thank you for taking the time to watch today's video. Hopefully the sharing about love and lessons from this video will help you have new thoughts and find empathy. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and share it with those around you. Each of us has our own stories about love, and I'm happy to explore them with you. See you in the next videos. Wish you a wonderful and loving day.